Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia and I'm glad that you're here today. Today we're going to do an unpacking video instead of a packing video. I've been in Greece for 17 days. In fact, I've just been home a few days. And I thought it would be interesting to see what I took with me and if I used everything. I went in May, and so the weather was a little bit cool in some places, and I knew that ahead of time. So let's see if I packed correctly. So first of all, I wanted to show you what I had in front of me here. This was my backpack that I always take. This is a new suitcase from Away. It's the bigger carry-on. It's 22 inches. If I had it to do over, I would get the one with the expander on it, and that would save me having to sit on it on the way home. Since I had packed some liquids and I needed to check it, I had some olive oil and some honey and some pistachio cream, and so this suitcase was pretty full on the way back. So in fact, even though it can be checked on American carriers, it may not be that way on other carriers, so you definitely would want to check before you bought it. But other than that, I'm glad that I bought it, other than the color. I did check it both ways, mainly because it was 35 pounds on the way there and 37 pounds on the way back. And I just don't have the upper body strength that I used to get it into the overhead bin, and I didn't want to fool with it. So I did check it. I bought this beautiful color, which I love. It's like an off-white, and I had it monogrammed on the top, so it's super pretty, but it wasn't that practical for checking. I did buy a cover to go on it. The one from Away was like $50, so I thought I'll just buy one from Amazon for $15, and that turned out to be a mistake. So it broke the first time it was being used. So even though I cleaned it off when I came home, you can definitely see some scratches that are still on it. They did send me like a white eraser, and I'm going to try to get those off, but I'm definitely going to be buying the cover from Away, even though it's $50, just to protect the exterior of my bag. The other thing I have in front of me is my purse. It's a travel-on purse. I'll go over that in a minute in more detail, but I did have that. And these were the clothes that I was wearing on the way home, and I wanted to make sure that you knew that I had these items also to wear, even though you're not going to see them in the suitcase. I have a pair of On Clouds, pink, which I definitely love, and On Cloud, even though they're pricey, they're really great. I have worn them on several European trips now, and they are super comfortable. I also had a pair of palazzo pants that I wore on the plane with an orange shirt and a white lightweight, it's like a cotton blend jacket. So I had those things. So I'm going to move those out of the way as I go through the other things, and I'm going to move my purse and my backpack. So as I said, I was gone for 17 days. 2 of those days were travel days, so I needed to make sure that I had enough clothes with me to make it those 17 days. So let's look at what I have inside. So let's open the case. And let's look at what I have. So just in case you can't see it well, this is what the interior looks like. It's a zippered side, which I keep all my clothes in here. I'm a fan of rolling, and so I've rolled all my items, and this has my other items in it, and it can be cinched down, so it kind of compresses that area. So let's look at what I have on this side first. So inside the pockets, I put my bras and panties. I bring usually a week's worth of underwear and a couple of different bras, and I do sink laundry while I am traveling, just to save some room, and it's super easy to do. I have a day pack that I use, so a little lightweight backpack that I use for during the day to take different, snacks, my raincoat, those kind of things with me. So I had that. This is my actual raincoat. It packs down into a little container here. I am glad that I took this because it did rain a couple of days, and I also used this a couple of times for an extra layer for warmth. Athens was pretty warm in the low 80s, but the islands were in the 70s, even the low 70s, and in the evening even cooler than that. So I was glad that I had this raincoat that I could use. So I did use that. A way when you get something, they have a laundry bag. So I do have some laundry in here. This is a pair of sandals, and I wore these. Other than the tennis shoes, these are the sandals that I wore. They're Clark's. I've worn them on several European trips. Loved them every time. So I definitely would recommend those. I did bring one other pair of shoes, which broke my rule really, because normally I only bring two pair. I wear a pair and I bring another pair. Usually it's a sandal and a tennis shoe. But I had got these other pair of Clark's, and they are super cute. But I had not broken them in enough, so I put them on 2 or 3 times to wear them, and then decided against it. So I didn't wear these at all. So this was something that really I could have left at home. Then I always bring an extension cord with me. This is whether I'm traveling internationally or whether I'm traveling in the US, just because you always got lots of, I don't know about you, but I have lots of things to plug in. And so I am able to put my adapter on the end of here, put this in the wall when I'm international, and then it's got USB plugs as well as this. I know I have another one where it doesn't have this long cord that's a little bit better as far as taking up less room, but I just love this one, so I bring it every time that I travel. I also brought a little bag. It folds into itself, but it's to put, if I wanted to buy snacks or different things. And really this was redundant because I did have my little backpack with me. I didn't need both of these. So I would say this, I should have left that at home. So here's the things I think I should have left at home. Okay. I'm always scared that I'm not gonna have enough adapters, so I brought an additional one. This one is actually from Anchor, and it's really, I'm sorry, it's not Anchor, it's Epica. It's really nice. I don't mind it, but it was just kind of an extra, and I really didn't need it, so that was redundant also. This is another adapter, and I do use this one quite a bit. I've had it for a really long time, so I would say that one is okay. This is a money pouch, and I do have one that is black that I use every day. I keep it under my clothes, and I keep an extra credit card, a list of all of the numbers and the phone numbers and numbers of my credit cards in case one of them goes missing or I lose one. And I keep extra money in it. So I only put in my purse my money that I think I'm gonna need for the day, a different credit card, and my ATM card. So anyway, this I did not use because I brought a black one, but I had brought some white linen pants and I thought, oh, the black one might show through, so I better bring this one, and really it didn't, so I should have just left this one at home. Pardon me. This has coffees and teas in it. I don't know about you, but I love my coffee, and I wanted to make sure that I had access to coffee when I get up in the morning or later in the afternoon when I'm in my room. And so I brought this. I used one tea bag out of here. So all the hotels I was in had some type of coffee in it, or tea, and tea actually. So this was really redundant and I didn't need this. This is my bathing suit and a cover up. So I did wear my bathing suit a couple of times and I brought a cover up, and I never used the cover up. So I could have done without the cover up and just used one of my outfits, so that definitely did not need to be taken, but I'm glad I brought the swimsuit. I brought an extra pair of glasses just in case I broke my glasses. I would bring those again even though I didn't use them this time. This is extra medications, face mask, rehydration, and a thermometer, some amoxicillin, other medical things that are in there, Band-Aids, etc. So I did use some of these things. I like having things on hand. It's not that you can't get them there, you can. But I like knowing that I have these items and I'm not having to search for them. So I would bring them again. This was just a little thing that I got from our Gate 1. I did have some compression socks, and on a long flight you don't want to worry about getting blood clots, so I do wear these on my long flights. So I have compression socks. And let's see what this one was. Oh, this is my mic. I was wondering where that was. So this is my mic, just in case I filmed anything there and needed my mic, which I didn't. So any of my grease videos, I'll do voiceovers for, or talk to you like this and then just put in pictures and videos. So I did not use this. So I really could have done without that. All right, so let's look at the side that has the clothes. So actually I was surprised by how many outfits went in here. So as you remembered, I have the tennis shoes, I have the sandals, and I had the outfit that I wore on the plane on the last day. So other than that, I had a really cute jumper, and I usually roll my things, but I was trying to get a lot in that last day, and so I ended up folding a couple of things. So this is a really cute jumper. I did use, this is a t-shirt that I used for pajamas. I had a sweater, so I only brought 2 outer pieces. Let me move this out of the way. I brought the white jacket, the black sweater, and the rain jacket. And these are the bottoms. So I've got the jumper, 1 shirt, a pair of pants. The only capris that I brought 1 pair of khaki capris. So that's another bottom. This is a blue and white linen shirt, a white t-shirt. I only wore this one time, so I shouldn't have brought it. It is a long sleeve white cotton shirt. I did use it on a catamaran tour that I did because it was chilly, and I used this. I could have used my white jacket, so we'll count that as an outer piece. This is a blue t-shirt, here is another shirt, a pink shirt, another pink shirt, another white shirt. This is a long sleeve white shirt. I did not use this, so I could put that in the pile of I don't need to bring it. This was a pair of, they're supposed to be capris, but because I'm 5'3", so I'm short, these are really cute on, but they are full length on me. So that is another bottom piece. And let's see, those are my pajama bottoms. This is a little jumper. It's a black jumper. It's really cute. I did wear that several times, so we'll count that as a bottom piece. This is the top to my pajamas, and I don't know about y'all, but sometimes in the rooms I get really cold, and so I like having a top to my pajamas, so I did use that. I have a black t-shirt. I only wore it one time. I could have done without it, so let's put that in the could do without. This is my white linen pants. I wore these several times, so definitely do that. A navy shirt, and these were the pants I wore on the way there, and my first few days were kind of cool, and I actually wore these more than I thought I would, because they're a little heavier weight. They're just a long pant, like a t-shirt material pant, but I did end up wearing those like 3 times. So here's the things that I wore. So let's look and see how many I actually had. So bottom pieces, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I had 7, which is really a couple more than I really should have brought. So I probably could have pared down a couple times, but as you saw, it all fit in here without any trouble. So let me look at the shirts. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that black shirt. 10. Did I put any others? And a long sleeve shirt. So I got a lot in here. I probably could have done without another one more shirt and still have plenty. I don't know about y'all, but for 17 days, if you had, you know, 6 bottoms, maybe you wore one and you brought the other 5, I would wear my bottoms 3 times. That's 18 days. That's really plenty to have for this type of trip. The hotel will always do your laundry. Of course, you can do sink laundry. So for me, it worked fine. I got it all in a carry-on that I could have carried on the plane. But like I told you earlier, I did end up checking. So let's put this all back in here and see, it doesn't fit as well without folding, for sure. And let me go over a second about what I have in my backpack and my purse. So let's look at that. I'll move that to the side. Uh-oh, something went down. Okay, so let's look at this. So in the front of this, I always keep this little container. So, and actually I've got a mask in there too. So when I'm on the plane, I want easy access. I grab these things, I put them in the seat pocket in front of me, and then I have it for the plane. If somebody's coughing around me, etc., or I got sick, then obviously I would have my mask. So I keep it in there. I actually have extra ones in my medicine pouch in case I need them. But in here, I always keep some extra earbuds for the flight. I know they give you some on the plane. I like the way mine fits, so I get it. This is one of those AirFly things where you can use your AirPods. You just hook it into the entertainment system on the plane. So I like that in there. And I did have a sanitation wipe in here, but I've already used it. Sometimes I'll put, you know, chapstick, hand lotion, that kind of thing in here too. But just a little something to make it better through the flight. So that is in there. In the top one, I keep snacks. So I still have some snacks and a couple of napkins. Oh, I got a candy bar. I forgot about that. I definitely don't want to let that go to waste. So some beef sticks in the candy bar, some Chex Mix. And these are the coolest things. These are little napkins that I got when I went to Japan. And actually they're like little wet wipes. And so I kept a few of them from my Japan trip, and I just threw it in here. So you never know when you might need to wipe your hands. So that's convenient. Inside, it's packed full, guys, packed full. So I have all my plugs, cords, all my things in here, and I keep it on the top so I can get to it when I need it. This I carry in my purse every day. You never know when you need to charge your phone. So I have that with me. This is my makeup pouch, and this is all the makeup that I have. So I do have another container with lotion, moisturizer, that kind of thing. But this is like my makeup pouch, and that's all I take. So I'm very, don't take a lot. This is my liquids bag in case I ever have to be asked to be taken it out. But I wasn't asked on either flight, but I do put all my liquids in here. This I used on the flight. Actually, I started to use this on my flight on the way there, but I actually, I flew United, and United partners with Lufthansa, and so I actually did my long flight through Lufthansa. And this is a really cool thing. I've used it on one other international trip, but I don't know if you've seen them or not, but this hooks on the back of your headrest, you know, your headrest that you can move. You hook these on that, like this, goes around like this, and then you take, where did it go? Did I lose it? Oh, there it is. It's a little mask that hooks around the front, and it goes right here, and then that is what holds your neck upright so you can sleep. So it's really cool. I used it, I would have used it on the Lufthansa flight, but it was not crowded at all. And so, hang on just one second. I think I lost, hopefully I didn't lose you on that. If so, I'll bleep it out. But anyway, this keeps your neck up, but I was so fortunate. That flight was hardly full at all. I had a whole row to myself. I ended up getting to lay down to sleep, so I didn't really need this. And on the way back, I usually try not to sleep on the way back from my trip to try to get back on the right time. Anyway, this is a really cool thing if you've not seen it. It does work for me. I am short. I think I told you earlier I'm 5'3", so I think if you were 5'5", 5'6", it might be just a little bit better than for us short girls, but it still works. It does keep your head steady, so you can get some sleep. And I did get some good sleep on my last flight, not this trip, but my previous trip. This is my other toiletry bag, and I like that this undoes and I can hang it. So I keep, you know, my lotion, my deodorant, my brush, all my other things that I need in the bathroom. So this is in here. This is extra Kleenex, things to do sink laundry, baby powder, some extra things like that were in there. And let's see if there was anything else. Oh, this was another, you know, I really like this. It's another adapter, and I know I have 3. Oh, and there's one of my blocks I didn't know was in there. I like that you could take them apart and you get, I have several of them for different countries. I only have a couple in here right now, but it fits in the end of the plug, my extension cord, and then goes right into the wall. It was super easy. I ended up using this all the time. So this was actually my best adapter. I liked it the best. So I have that, and then I always have my medicine, my daily medicine, my Kindle, my itinerary. I'm type A. I type mine. So I have all the things in here that I need to know about my hotels, my flight information, my extra things that I'm going to do while I'm in a different place, that kind of thing. So I always type it up. And I did have my iPad in here also. So those are all the things that I had in my backpack. And the last thing that I want to go over, and I'm not going to tell you everything that I've got in my purse, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my purse. I've had this Travel On purse for at least 10 years. I really like that on the side it unzips, it has the netting. I've got Kleenex in this side right now, but to put a water bottle. Now, it does make it heavy around your neck when you put a water bottle. I try to get one of the small plastic water bottles, and I just keep refilling it and put it in here so it is not so heavy. Or I take a tall water bottle, just a regular plastic one, and only fill it halfway. But I always like to have water with me at all times, so I really like that. It's got one of those on both sides, which I really like. In the front pocket, I hook my phone to this. My phone has a little loop that goes to the back of the case. I hook it on there so I can take pictures with it, videos, whatever, but I don't lay it down anywhere and no one can snatch my phone from me. So I really do use this a lot. And I've had this same cord on here at least 3 years, maybe 4. I do like to keep a little bit of coins, etc. I've got some euros in here right now. In here, I don't put any credit cards or anything in here. So unless I had this hooked to something inside my purse, I wouldn't do that. But I like having some change on me where I can just reach in here without having to reach in where all my other money is. So I like that in the front. So I have that in the front along with my phone, and that's the only thing I have in there. On the back side, it hooks. I don't know if you can see that, but it locks. So this is where my money and my credit cards and all that is, and that is, I keep that locked at all times. It is against my body, so it would be harder for somebody to steal my money, but I just want extra precautions. So when I'm taking pictures, I'm not worrying that somebody's trying to steal my credit card or my cash. So I do keep that locked. There is a place on here where you could keep this top part locked also, but I never keep it locked. I have pens and paper and Kleenex and gum and, you know, all the usual things that you would have in there. This little container is really cool. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not. But I got this on Amazon, but I have all like daily medications. If I needed Claritin or migraine or Imodium or Tylenol or any of those kind of things in here. It's really handy. It's really small. It fits in my palm, so I keep that in there. This was my money belt that I was talking to you about earlier. So that's mainly what I keep inside my purse. So I hope you enjoyed my unpacking video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye-bye.